Hello and welcome to the news at 2 on Ogun State Television. I am Simiata Baru. Don't forget you can watch us live on Facebook at Ogun TV and Ogun State Television, YouTube at OGTV Abeokuta, and on OGTV website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download OGTV app on Apple and Google Play stores. President Bola Tinubu has requested from the Senate the approval to deploy troops to the neighboring Republic of Benin as part of a peace mission following a failed coup attempt against President Patrice Talon. The move comes 2 days after rogue soldiers briefly seized control of a TV station in Cotonou, Benin's economic capital, before being repelled by government forces. The request was presented in a letter read by Senate President Godswill Akpabio during plenary on Tuesday, as captured in a live broadcast aired on National Assembly TV. Reading the president's letter aloud, Akpabio explained the request for military support to stabilize the region. The Nigerian Air Force has clarified reports surrounding the diversion of one of its aircraft, C-130 aircraft, to Burkina Faso, asserting that the action was a precautionary measure taken in strict accordance with standard safety and international aviation protocols. NAF also said personnel on board the aircraft that landed in Bobo Dioulasso, Burkina Faso, are safe and receiving cordial treatment from Burkinabe authorities. The aircraft, which was on a ferry mission to Portugal, made a precautionary landing after the crew detected a technical concern shortly after takeoff from Lagos on 8th of December 2025. According to a statement on Tuesday by the Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Commodore Ehimen Jodame, the crew diverted to the nearest airfield in line with standard safety procedures and international aviation protocols. Jodame said plans were underway to resume the mission as scheduled, adding that the Air Force remained committed to strict operational and safety standards. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, has urged the judiciary to expedite hearings in cases involving terrorism, human trafficking, kidnapping, and other violent crimes, stressing that the judiciary must support national effort to combat insecurity. The AGF made the appeal in Abuja during the ceremony marking the commencement of the Court of Appeal 2025-2026 legal year. The event was also attended by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, who promised improved accommodation for judges to allow them discharge their duties without distractions associated with poor living conditions. In his remarks, the AGF said all hands must be on deck to tackle the country's insecurity challenges, calling on judges to support the government by fast-tracking the trial of terrorists. The national chairman, Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu support group, Otumba Bayomi Odunowo, has advocated clear process of membership status and system by political parties for them to have robust internal workings. According to him, political parties must observe a logic of internal democracy, of fairness that is clear, realistic, universally applicable, and based on systems already in force. He particularly made reference to the disqualification of 7 out of 9 aspirants in the Osun State APC governorship primary based on failure to get sponsorship from 5 fully registered and financially up-to-date party members from each local government area. He said the decision is built on a premise that does not exist in reality, adding that no APC member in the country is a financial member. Dunowo noted that the party has no active or verifiable system of monthly dues with no receipt issued, no unified membership ledger, and no local government or ward structure that can confirm anyone has financially up to date. While describing the committee's insistence on financial sponsorship as principled and constitutional, he noted that the party cannot demand compliance with a system it does not operate. To create awareness, inspired creative participation, and strengthen the cultural community, Ogun State government, through the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, has launched a cultural magazine tagged Ogunrewa. Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun at the event reiterated the commitment of his administration to promoting culture and tradition of the state. Ayodeji Tomori has more.
The unveiling of Ogunrewa Cultural Magazine marked a significant milestone in promoting artistic expression, literary creativity, and the preservation of cultural heritage in Ogun State. The event brought together writers, artists, scholars, traditionalists, and community members who share a passion for culture and art, including the State Deputy Governor, Engineer Noimot Salako Oyedele. In his welcome address, Ogun State Commissioner for Culture and Tourism, Chief Sheson Fagbayi, says the launch is aimed at propagating the rich cultural heritage of Ogun State.
Ogun State stands proudly as a reservoir of cultural wealth. Our festivals, historical landmarks, crafts, folklore, traditional cuisines, music, and artistic expression from the tapestry of who we are. These cultural elements do not only distinguish us as a people, they serve as powerful tools for tourism development. The Ogunrewa magazine emerges as an important platform for capturing and showcasing this rich cultural identity.
Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun, represented by his deputy, Engineer Noimot Salako Oyedele, reinstates the government's commitment to ensuring cultural heritage of the state is positioned on the world map.
When we assumed office 6 years ago, guided by the focal lens of our Building Our Future Together agenda, we identified the culture and tourism sector as an untapped gold mine capable of greatly enriching our people and strengthening our economy. This realization inspired deliberate and bold investments aimed at rebuilding and revitalizing our cultural and tourist centers. Today, we can proudly say that these efforts are yielding visible transformation. We will not relent. We must remain resolute in consolidating the gains already recorded and in pushing the tourism sector of our state to even greater heights. It is in this spirit that Ogun State will open its doors to the world as we host our maiden Afrobeats and Drum Festival in 2026.
Invited guests, including notable authors, cultural scholars, and artists, shared insights on the role of cultural publications in shaping societal values and preserving heritage. They encourage young creatives to use the magazine as a platform for their voices.
Ogun State has always been the force when it comes to culture. I can remember in 1995 we hosted, and for the first time in the history of Festival of Arts and Culture, a state hosted and won the presidential gun. And no state have ever beaten that record.
People are looking at us, oh, they are watching us. We will not stop. By not stopping, bring this Ogunrewa, the magazine.
And it is very important that what we stand for today, we begin to find a way to make it memorable, and that is by writing it down and by circulating it.
For Ogun State Ministry of Culture to have developed this magazine is a right step, the right direction.
The ceremony was spiced by a thrilling performance by the state cultural troupe. Ayodeji Tomori Olumi, OGTV News.
The Ogun State government has raised the alarm on indiscriminate dumping of refuse on drainages, streets, and other unapproved spots in the state, saying that violators risk both fines and jail terms. The government, which handed down this warning through special advisor to the governor on waste management, Honorable Abayomi Hunye, said it had observed in the past few weeks that most people in markets dump waste indiscriminately, polluting the environment and creating a climate of filth. It warned such people to take note of the provisions of the 2020 law establishing the Ogun State Waste Management Authority and other matters connected therewith. Section 32, subsection 1 of the law provides that any person who contravenes any of the provisions of this law commits an offense and would be arrested, while the violator shall pay a penalty of 25,000 naira to the authority, failure upon which, on conviction by a court, the offender is liable to a maximum fine of 2 million naira or 3 months imprisonment or both. The Ogun State University, now Olabisi Onabanjo University Law Alumni Association, has been commended for providing quality mentorship and knowledge-sharing platforms for the up-and-coming generations to thrive. This is also in tandem with the efforts of the current administration in Ogun State to continually develop human capacity. The State Head of Service, Mr. Kehinde Onasoya, gave the commendation while delivering a keynote address at the 9th Annual General Meeting, Dinner and Award Night of the association with the theme, The Hilltop Reunion, held in Abeokuta. According to him, the alignment between the programs the association run and the capacity development priorities of the Ogun State government are the same. Details are in this package.
The Ogun State Head of Service notes that the effort of the association in supporting the Faculty of Law of the institution has done more positives to strengthen the university. He said the impact has influenced the quality of legal officers who will later serve in various institutions within the state, including the public service and across the country. We cited the example of a recent training of graduates in line with professionalism, diligence, fairness, and sound judgment put together by the state government for law officers at IITA, Ibadan, Oyo State. According to him, the society benefits when the justice system is supported by officers whose training has equipped them to do their work with competence, saying the link between alumni engagement and improved service delivery is clear.
Let me state that your efforts in supporting the faculty do more than strengthen the university alone. They influence the quality of legal officers who later serve in various institutions within the state, the public service inclusive, and across the country at large. Well-trained graduates become professionals who handle their duties with diligence, fairness, and sound judgment. Society benefits when justice system is supported by officers whose training has equipped them to do their work with competence.
In their separate goodwill messages, the Commissioner for Budget and Planning, Mr. Olaolu Olabintan, and its counterparts from the Ministry of Health, Dr. Tomi Koka, and the Ministry of Justice and Attorney General, Mr. Oluwashina Ogunwade, represented by the Permanent Secretary and Solicitor General, Mr. Olusegun Olaotan, expressed delight in the feats the alumni body has recorded, encouraging them not to drop the ball but keep the flag flying. In their remarks, Vice Chancellor of the institution, Professor Ayodiji Agbola, the Dean Faculty of Law, Professor Gbade Akirimade, and the pioneer president of the association, Chief Fasi Yusuf, appreciated the alumni for their yearly development of the faculty, which they said has extended to other facilities. Earlier in their welcome address, the president, Osu OOU Law Alumni Association, Mr. Shola Dosumu, appreciated all the dignitaries and members for the support received since his assumption of office 3 years ago, and submitted that the role has been enriching, tasking and a mix of memorable achievement and valuable lessons. Highlights of the event included cultural display by the state cultural troupe, presentation of awards, as well as gifts to the various winners of a raffle draw.
In a gesture of appreciation and continued commitment to giving back, members of the Abeokuta Grammar School Old Boys Association October 9501 set have celebrated the teachers who played significant roles in shaping their lives. The alumni hosted their former teachers at a special gathering aimed at honoring the men and women they described as the foundation of their achievement today. The celebration brought together past and present members of the school community, including a former principal of the school, the current President General of AXOBA, and all the distinguished guests. Bumi Adigun attended the event and completes the report.
It was a moment where the past met the present, a reunion that transformed the once former teacher-student relationship into bonds of mentorship, friendship, and lasting respect. Though retired, these teachers remain deeply cherished, and their former students have chosen to celebrate and honor them. Members of the 9501 set of Abeokuta Grammar School, Idiaba, gathered once more, this time to pay tribute to those who shaped their character with knowledge, discipline, and unwavering guidance.
Today we gather to celebrate you, our teachers, whose dedication, patience, and passion continue to shape our future through what you taught us during our community stages in life.
The gesture forms part of the set's enduring tradition of giving back to their alma mater, a culture that has become a hallmark of AXOBA. During the event, alumni shared fond memories and reflected on the influence their teachers had on their lives, both within and outside the classroom. Former and current school leaders expressed gratitude for the recognition and encouraged the old students to remain worthy ambassadors of Abeokuta Grammar School.
We look back at how God has helped us, and we know where the journey started from. It started from Abeokuta Grammar School. We recognize how much they've molded us, how much they've shaped us, and how much they've impacted us throughout those years we're in Abeokuta Grammar School, and we knew that was the foundation.
They were the one who shaped our future. They are the one who gave us what we need to be successful in life, and here we are here today. We just want to celebrate them.
Feel so happy. In fact, when we saw each other, we became young again. And we started to remember those days, what we were doing, how we were doing it. In fact, I'm so happy.
God be the glory. There are those who are somewhere there, and there are others who are somewhere there. And to think that we all come together to give back to those that have impacted on your life, I mean, it's something which is so touchy.
When I meet old boys of the grammar school in diaspora, they say, our chemistry was sharp. And I'm happy that Mr. Abbas is here, who handed over to Mrs. Toluade. You can, in fact, where are you? Where are the members of 9501? Let me give yourself a big round of applause for bringing these heavyweights back to the.
Also speaking, the immediate past President General of AXOBA reaffirms that giving back remains a proud legacy of all who passed through the institution.
This is a big thing. This is a very big thing. When I was the global president of AXOBA, this is the fourth of the kind in the last 5 years that some students will honor the teachers. This is the fourth. It's very rare. It's not a common thing.
The highlight of the event was the presentation of 2.1 million naira to 21 teachers in appreciation of their dedicated service. Bumi Adigun, OGTV News.
As part of effort to reduce road crashes during the festive season, Dangote Cement Factory Bishi has organized a safety awareness campaign for motor cyclists operating within Ilaro, Ibishi, and neighboring communities. The sensitization exercise also featured the distribution of safety helmets and reflective jackets to riders to promote responsible conduct on the road. Matthew Shomi reports.
With the festive period approaching, Dangote Cement Factory Ibishi steps up road safety awareness by training motorcyclists on safe riding practices and ways to avoid crashes involving trucks and articulated vehicles. Health, safety and environment at the factory, Chidi Ebere Okonko explains that the initiative becomes necessary due to the rising number of crashes involving motorcyclists, stressing that the company prioritizes the well-being of road users.
Towards the end of the year, we always record incidents involving motorcycle riders, pedestrians who do not know how to navigate around the truck. So this is a way of sensitizing them about blind spots around the truck and how to navigate our truck safely.
The Ilaro Unit Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Sulaimon Oluwadumiye, delivers an awareness talk highlighting the 4 blind spots riders must avoid when overtaking trucks, as well as the safe distance they must maintain behind any vehicle ahead.
Most of the crashes that happen between articulated vehicles and small vehicles are avoidable. We will take necessary care, because most of the drivers and riders are not taking cognizance of blind spots.
Representatives of traffic agencies and participating riders commend Dangote Cement Factory for championing road safety and providing.
It is a human error. It could happen at any time. Organizing this type of exercise is that you need to prepare for accident that can happen at any fucking time. It could be as a result of drunkenness, it could be as a tiredness. Yeah, lack demonstration that you do now. We don't know that there is something that we call black foot. Like we think if the driver is on the truck, you only see around the truck.
Helmets and reflective jackets were later distributed to motorcyclists to enhance their safety after practical demonstration of the blind spots for trucks and other articulated vehicles. Matthew Showme, OGTV News.
The investiture of Kuku as the 5th president of the Rotary Club of Ladder Hilltop and the first ever to be has been held. The event, which debuted as a fundraising dinner, was held in Ehana to mobilize support and resources for projects aimed at improving lives and strengthening community service. Friends, Rotarians, and invited guests gathered to celebrate her emergence as the club reaffirmed its commitment to humanitarian service and impactful development across the community. Bumi Adigun was there and now completes the story.
Rotary clubs around the world stand for service above self, bringing people together to promote friendship, support humanitarian causes, and create lasting impact in their communities. The Rotary Club of Ladder Hilltop, Abeokuta, demonstrates this spirit as it holds a fundraising dinner and investiture ceremony in honor of Rotarian Omotola Kuku. The ceremony opens with remarks from Professor Michael Agbaje, who reiterates the club's mission and stresses the need for continuous service to humanity.
I wish her the very best of tenure. I wish her every good thing she wishes herself while she runs the show as president of Rotary Club of Ladder Hilltop. And I hope that she'll find favor, and that this time next year it will be herself handing over to another president.
Guest speaker Professor Olubenga Kendi delivers the keynote address, emphasizing the importance of collective responsibility in driving social change.
And with the support of other Rotarians around her, she will make a difference. She needs our prayers, she needs our constructive criticism, she needs our support, she needs our funds for her to achieve.
The highlight of the evening comes with the investiture of Rotarian Omotola Kuku as the 5th president of the club. In her acceptance speech, she pledges dedication to community development and promises to lead with integrity, innovation and compassion.
I have projects for the club. This is my investiture. I have some projects that I want to do for the community. The first one is building blocks of classrooms for a newly accredited primary school in the community. The second one is doing speed bumps to avert road accidents. And the third one is building a form of bus stop around Ladering Junction where people can actually sit down during the rain, during the sunshine, and wait for taxis or drops.
The gathering also features fundraising activities to support future club projects that aim to touch lives and expand outreach programs. Awards and recognitions go to individuals who demonstrate commitment to Rotary ideals, followed by the induction of new members and board executives to strengthen the club's leadership structure. In an atmosphere filled with celebration, fellowship, and purpose, the Rotary Club of Ladere Hilltop reaffirmed its resolve to serve humanity and inspire positive transformation in society. Bumi Adigo, OGTV News.
And just before we go, let us remind you that not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. And that's our package this afternoon. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.